but you're the phony in it. Baby, 1 minute. Yo, Duff gentle, my stroke game mental, my lifestyle event to offend you. Fendi belt saying, moving wild and mental. I made another 5 this week. Your money playing high this week. I just tell him high and by. Slide up automatic, high and die. High and die, high and die. Doing styles on them like it's out the Benz, like it's common sense. Got a monkey on my feet like it's common sense. Got gorillas in the streets like it's common sense.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features 2 quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Rodgers' Packers.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5 point. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
First down and goal to go from the 7. Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from the 5. They try again with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And tough starting field position here. First and 10 for Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Unfortunately, Packers fans, they saw a lot of completions like that last year when they were number 31 in the league in passing defense. Now, I know injuries had something to do with that, but that's a ship they're looking to right.
They have to, because what they do so well on offense, in some ways they're wasting by allowing what they're allowing on defense. So now you change things up. Do you play a little more zone where in the past you might have played man-to-man that you played before and emphasize something new? Bottom line, though, they've got to cover tighter and knock away a few of those passes downfield.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw here, Dalton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And that one results in 35 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Another chance for Dalton. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time. But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions. Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. Yeah, it can be contagious, give you a little momentum. They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through alongside Charles Davis. Brandon Goff, quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Set to return. This is Jeff Janis. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals. Former NFC East rivals. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Able to get away. That's why you keep the legs churning. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Ross on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengals getting set to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all that joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jake Ryan. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Now the Packers get set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 92 yards, and the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw again, Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. The swing pass caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now we're going to get a halt in the action because Ty Montgomery is shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Rodgers with a keeper. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Now this time, Rodgers will throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On play action, Rodgers. By Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Second down, Dalton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And this one is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's Rodgers throwing again. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Dalton. Flushed out right. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 23 yards on the play. And the Bengal fans are probably saying, where has that been?
And they have to, because everyone wants to talk about having a balanced offense, but these two, Andy Dalton, A.J. Green, their connection is vital to their chances of winning.
Passing, it's Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Dalton under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. For Jordy last year, tremendous. NFL's comeback player of the year, 97 catches, over 1,200 yards, and led the NFL 14 receiving touchdowns.
Well deserving to be the comeback player of the year, but I know these types of competitors, they don't like to be the ones to come back from anything. They just want to be consistent, and Jordy Nelson is definitely that.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll put this one in the hands of Randall Cobb. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
The focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. It's that they gained a first down, and they've been running it well all game long.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. It's second down. Dalton looking. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here's Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Dalton now to pass. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is knocked down from the side. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Kansas State, Jordan Willis. And it'll be third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just... to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Dalton here from the gun. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
first down carry. It's Hill. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Dalton throwing on second down. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They send Green to the left on his own. From the gun, Dalton. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, Hill. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Dalton on 3rd and goal. Flush to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Andy Dalton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. To throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st down, Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. So now Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
A great come from behind was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back.